Have you observed that life often echoes back the very tone with which you address it? When your wishes are voiced in a timid whisper, life appears to stall. Yet when you express them with firm conviction, events rearrange, new people show up, and coincidences accumulate as if the universe itself were acknowledging your declaration. This is not accidental. A central truth many have let slip from memory is this: the universe answers to commands, not to please. Many spend their years supplicating for abundance like a beggar asking for bread. They appeal for just enough pinhope on luck and cast wishes into the night as though wealth could fall like stardust. Still, somewhere deep within is a quiet certainty, an ancient echo whispering that they were designed to command. Command is neither arrogance nor desperation. It is simply the native language of authority. When you instruct your hand to move, it does not hesitate or argue. It follows at once because the source of authority is clear. Likewise, when you take your place as commander over your finances rather than servant to them, money aligns and complies. Yet here lies the subtle tragedy: most people are unintentionally commanding scarcity. They say, "I can't afford that," and the universe dutifully answers as you command. They murmur, "Money never comes easily," and life responds as you wish. Repeating narratives of hardship and lack, they eventually inhabit a world that faithfully reflects their own proclamations. Consider the story of Sarah. Sarah was an ordinary person passing through an unusually lean period. Each bill felt menacing. Each unforeseen cost felt like an assault. She prayed, but her prayers carried the tone of begging. Please, just enough to get by. When I met her, she was worn out by hope, deferred. I invited her to attempt something unconventional rather than request money to command it. She laughed at first. Command money. I can't even command my kids to clean their room. Still, she followed through. Standing in her kitchen, eyes closed, she declared aloud, "Money, you come to me now. You obey my word. Opportunities, you appear. Payments, you arrive on time. I am supplied, and I am in command." Though her voice trembled and she felt self-conscious, she persisted with this practice every morning. 3 weeks afterward, a former client contacted her with a project exceeding what she had earned in the previous 6 months. The timing was remarkable. The opportunity's arrival unmistakable. Sarah wept not for the sum itself, but from the realization that she had always held the scepter of command and had simply neglected to wield it. Consider a royal decree. A king does not beg his subjects for compliance. His certainty flows from his standing. He knows the realm is his, and the machinery of law moves at his word. You likewise were born holding a spiritual scepter. The heavens are not a begrudging bureaucracy, and the law is not indifferent to your needs. It stands as your ally, awaiting your directive. So I pose the question, are you done waiting for money to find you? If so, cease waiting. Stop merely hoping. Stop asking. Begin commanding. When you're tempted to say, I hope I can afford this, substitute it with, I can afford this and more is coming. When an unexpected bill arrives and your heart drops, straighten your posture and declare, I command supply for this, and it is done. Speak as someone assured that the realm is theirs. Speak as a money commander. If this message resonates, if something within you is ready to rise and grasp the scepter, type, I command, in the comments so the universe can register your decision. At the opening of the sacred narrative, the Creator establishes the pattern. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth. The emphasis is dominion rather than servitude, authority rather than subjugation. From the outset, you are fashioned not as a petitioner in life's marketplace, but as a sovereign entrusted with your material sphere. That sovereignty extends to your health, your prospects, your relationships, and certainly your finances. Yet somewhere between the first chapter and your most recent utility, notice the memory dimmed. Culture trained you to earn your keep, to be realistic, to lower expectations. Gradually, the crown slid from its place. Here is a truth religion often whispers, and commerce frequently denies. Wealth is not an exclusive privilege, but a natural outflow of rightful dominion. Think of a gardener. He does not merely hope for growth. He brings it about not by coercion, but by exercising his proper role. He plants, waters, tends, and prunes, and the garden answers in exact accord with natural law. The gardener does not apologize for harvest, nor does he feel shame at abundance. He knows that gardening intrinsically means producing growth. Likewise, to be human, a spiritual presence embodied in matter, is to generate provision. Your actions are not inert. Your speech is not without effect. When you occupy your birthright, money behaves like cultivated plants. It grows, multiplies, and responds to your directive. Allow me to offer a picture. Envision a vast throne room, marble underfoot ceilings, reaching skyward, and at the center, a golden throne, your throne. Upon it resides the authority granted to you before your first breath. Messengers wait at the perimeter. Unseen laws stand poised to fulfill your directives. Nearby lies the scroll of inheritance, assurance of provision in every season. This is not imaginary. It reflects the spiritual structure of your life, despite claims to the contrary by the surrounding world. Here is the common misstep: dominion is used in reverse. Rather than commanding supply, people command scarcity. Instead of proclaiming my accounts overflow, they lament, there's never enough. Rather than affirming we always find a way, they conclude, it's always a struggle. Such statements are not harmless asides. They function as royal decrees, and the law complies. I once worked with a man, Thomas, who despite yearly income increases remained broke. It bordered on ironic: new promotions, higher pay, yet no margin. Reviewing his speech revealed the pattern. No fewer than 5 times daily he declared, I'm broke. He laughed as he said it, but the consistency was absolute. Unwittingly, he issued decrees of lack with the authority of a crowned ruler unaware of his crown. I urged him to exchange that phrase for, I always have more than enough. Initially, it felt inauthentic, yet within months, the chronic leakage slowed. Unanticipated refunds arrived, emergencies diminished, favorable terms appeared, the blockage gave way, and provision moved through channels he had not foreseen. Neither the law nor his birthright altered. Both had always been intact. What shifted was his application of authority. You might ask, but isn't issuing commands regarding money inherently selfish? The answer is no. Directing money is no more selfish than a gardener directing seeds to grow. Abundance equips you to bless others. Finance visions generate beauty and meet needs. Scarcity constricts your reach. Abundance extends your capacity. Here lies a paradox: guilt about wealth functions as a command, a directive to repel it. If you judge having money as wrong, the law honors that belief and maintains distance. You must release the belief that money is a frightening master. It is rather a servant to be directed. Your role is not to bow to it, but to deploy it in service of your assignment. Therefore, declare the following aloud today: I am not at the mercy of money. Money is at the mercy of my command. I rule my realm with wisdom, justice, and generosity. Dominion is my birthright, and I exercise it now. Next, listen genuinely to your own speech. Notice the covert decrees you have been pronouncing over your finances. The instant you detect language of lack, interrupt it. Issue a counter command and overturn the prior decree. Each time you speak, the throne room responds. Messengers lean forward. The scroll is amended and governing laws move into alignment. So I ask you, what have you unknowingly been commanding? If you can identify it, you can alter it. Share a single way you may have been unintentionally commanding scarcity. Name it now, and let that naming become the first act of reclaiming your crown. The initial step in transforming your financial reality is not increased labor or another revenue line. It is awareness of the covert instructions you issue the poverty commands. Here is the sobering part: you may have delivered such orders with a grin, as a joke, or unconsciously. Yet the law does not parse sarcasm, and the universe does not sort for just kidding. It receives the command and carries it out. Let us render this practical. Have you ever uttered, "I can't afford that. Money's tight right now. That's too expensive. I'm broke. Easy come, easy go. If I had the money." Each of these statements functions as a decree. They may seem harmless, even relatable, but each one directs the law to restrict your supply. Treat your words as program code. When you enter, "I can't afford it," into life's system, your reality executes that command until an override is issued. Bills appear without remedies, opportunities slip past, and you browse the storefront of your aspirations without ever stepping in. Consider a brief account about Miguel. Miguel was animated and witty. His signature line, "I'm always broke." He would laugh, others would join, and the moment passed. Yet when we reviewed his accounts, the pattern was uncanny. Money exited as quickly as it arrived. Unexpected repairs, surprise costs, sudden family needs. It was as if his life followed a script authored by that one line, "I'm always broke." We set a challenge: for 30 days, he was prohibited from voicing lack. He had to substitute every such phrase with an abundance command, even when it felt awkward. In place of, "I can't afford that," he said, "That's not a priority for my money today." Rather than "I'm broke," he declared, "Money flows to me from many directions." Within a few weeks, he observed a change not only in cash flow, but in his emotional state: lighter, more expectant. By day 30, he secured a side contract prepaying 3 months of expenses. Coincidence or a command carried out? I am not advising denial. If your balance is low, do not pretend it is abundant. I am saying, cease issuing commands that make the condition persist. When you describe lack as permanent, you enthrone it. When you affirm provision as certain, you open the gates. Hence, self-awareness becomes your most powerful wealth instrument. Without it, you will issue decrees of scarcity before breakfast and then puzzle over stagnant results for the rest of the day. Here is a straightforward practice. For the next 24 hours, act as your own court scribe. Record every money-related statement, spoken or thought. Review the list at day's end. You may be surprised to see how consistently you have been commanding poverty. When you notice a familiar phrase, interrupt yourself, even mid-sentence, and issue the opposite command. If you say, "I can't afford it," continue with, "But money is flowing to me now, and I can afford what matters." Initially, this will feel awkward, perhaps even silly. Soon, however, it becomes your native speech, the dialect of a money commander. So I ask, what single phrase will you banish from your money vocabulary? Declare it now, and let this be the day you remove it from your royal lexicon forever. Write it now and allow the law to register your new decree. Words possess gravity, yet the driving power that ushers them into reality is the emotion behind them. You might pronounce an impeccably crafted affirmation, but if it is infused with desperation, doubt, or fear, it reaches the universe like a shaky plea rather than a sovereign directive. This marks the gap between a general commanding troops and a hesitant aide straining to be heard in chaos. The former speaks with emotional authority conviction that permits no debate. The latter speaks as if awaiting approval. Anyone who has watched a military commander issue orders knows the bearing no haste, no pleading, no excess verbiage, only a steady voice, a raised chin, and the silent current of, "I expect to be obeyed." This is precisely the energetic posture your financial commands demand. When you declare money flows to me easily, yet your stomach knots and your voice shrinks, you scramble the signal. The words communicate abundance, but the energetic tone radiates scarcity. The universe registers the frequency, not the grammar. Consider this image a ship's captain on deck, amid a storm wave's pounding wind roaring, yet his command remains steady. Hold the course. His composure becomes the crew's composure. If his voice faltered, panic would ignite instantly. Likewise, your emotional tone while speaking about money becomes the template your reality replicates. I once coached a woman, Clarissa, who had recited abundance affirmations for months with no visible results. When she voiced them aloud for me, a faint sigh closed each sentence. She did not trust her own words. Her tone was fatigued, nearly apologetic, as though she feared she was requesting too much from the universe. We focused first on changing her emotional frequency, not her vocabulary. Each morning, before issuing any command, she stood before a mirror, shoulders squared, breath deep, envisioning herself as a queen addressing her court. She rehearsed experiencing her statements as true before speaking them. Within weeks, her tone transformed. Her affirmations became declarations, and the fatigue disappeared. Within 2 months, the overdue invoices she had pursued for half a year were paid within days of one another. The change occurred not in her wording, but in her authority. How then do you develop this emotional authority? 1. Ground yourself in certainty before speaking. Do not pronounce commands while in panic. Pause, breathe, place a hand over your heart and affirm, "I am the commander of my financial realm. The law moves for me." 2. Practice the royal posture. The body amplifies emotion. Sit or stand as if issuing a decree to an attentive realm. Shoulders back, chin, gently raised, diaphragmatic breathing. This physical stance signals the subconscious, "I am in charge here." 3. Pre-feel the outcome. Before declaring, "I am richly supplied," evoke the feeling of supply realized, visualize settled debts, a surplus balance, and the bodily sense of relief. Allow that relief or joy to build until it saturates the words as you speak. 4. Sever the desperation circuit. Desperation summons only further desperation. If desperation arises, your focus remains on lack. Redirect your attention even for 60 seconds to something you truly appreciate now. Gratitude stabilizes your energetic frequency. Recall that command power rests in the union of language and feeling. Strong emotion can elevate a simple phrase, while a flawless sentence falls flat if the tone is weak. Allow me to share a pivot point from my own path. Years back, I entered what one could term a financial winter. Work with sparse rent loomed, and my inner dialogue thundered with fear. I had repeated affirmations for weeks, yet they felt like pebbles hurled into the sea, immediately swallowed, leaving no trace. One morning, something within me broke open. Standing in my living room, fists clenched, I spoke aloud more accurately. I proclaimed, "Enough! I am the ruler of my realm. Money, you obey me. Opportunities, you come forth. Doors, you open. I command provision now, and it is done." I neither whispered nor wavered. The certainty of my authority surged through me like flame. Within an hour, a former client, silent for over a year, called with a freelance assignment. The fee matched my rent exactly down to the dollar. Coincidence? Perhaps. Yet I have learned that what is labeled coincidence is frequently the law responding to a command delivered with complete emotional authority. Therefore, from today onward, resolve to speak about money as a commander addresses loyal soldiers, not as a servant seeking permission. Repeat this with me. When I speak, the law moves. My words are charged with the power of certainty. I do not ask for supply, I command it. And it is so. Your voice carries conviction. Your statements are infused with assurance and inevitability, functioning as firm commands rather than requests, and they manifest accordingly. If you resolve to speak with this level of authority from this instant onward, mark the shift openly by declaring out loud, "I stand in my power." This vocal affirmation signals a decisive commitment to embodied certainty and sovereign self-command. You are not a person who sometimes issues financial commands. You are the money commander. Once this identity is anchored, abundance is no longer a sporadic practice, but a consistent way of being. Your language choices and actions all inherently transmit authority, clarity, and unwavering certainty as part of your everyday conduct. The contrast between a visitor playing dress-up in a police uniform and a seasoned officer devoted to the vocation lies not in outward attire, but in internal authority. The officer carries no need to convince others. Self-knowledge radiates from within, and those present feel it immediately upon the officer's arrival. The same principle applies to you. If you merely attempt to command money, hesitation can seep into your voice and choices. Yet when you embody the commander, your entire being aligns with certainty, and your presence communicates assurance without strain or leakage of doubt. The former identity was the money needer, perpetually waiting, constantly compressing decisions to match the present bank balance, repeatedly wondering, "Can I afford this?" That self-operated, reactively feeling governed by invoices, economic swings, and the terms set by others rather than by inner authority? The emerging identity is the money commander, decisive and directive. They speak and conditions reconfigure. Their choices flow from vision rather than mere figures. They enter spaces anticipating support and goodwill. Every invoice is perceived as a subordinate, awaiting resolution, never a dominating force to fear. This transformation is more than adopting a fresh belief. It is total embodiment. Once rooted, you cease merely giving commands and begin inhabiting a frequency where your presence itself functions as a standing command, continually projecting certainty and direction. Close your eyes and take deep, measured breaths. Sense an inner expansion. Ahead, imagine towering golden doors etched with emblems of prosperity and wealth. As you advance, the doors part smoothly as if they have long anticipated your arrival. Within lies an expansive hall, marble floors gleam, and high torches pour out warm golden light. Overhead, banners bearing your name undulate softly. Flanking your path, the laws of the universe stand poised, quiet, and focused. awaiting your authoritative word. At the distant end rests the throne of financial dominion. You move toward it, and with every step you release scarcity, outworn phrases, lingering doubts, and every not enough fall away. Arriving, you grasp the armrests and take your seat. A surge of warmth and confidence fills you. This strength is not on loan. It belongs to you inherently and has always been your own. In your right hand, the scepter of command materializes, symbolizing the authority to declare and witness immediate fulfillment. In your left, the seal of supply emerges, a golden emblem confirming each decree as conclusive. Raising the scepter, you proclaim with unwavering authority, "I am the commander of my financial realm. Money obeys me. Supply flows to me in perfect timing. I decide, and it is done." The statement seals your role and activates the channels that answer your decisive word. When your eyes open, the throne persists, not as literal marble and gold, but as a steady inner stance. From now on, every conversation about money issues forth from that regal seat. Incoming funds are greeted like faithful subjects returning from duty. Outgoing funds are released with calm confidence that they will come back multiplied. You don't ask, "Can I afford this?" You inquire, "Does this align with my vision?" You no longer face invoices with anxiety. You declare, "The supply for this is commanded and on its way." You stop identifying as a mere earner and adopt the identity of one who commands. Money is not an adversary. It exists to support your sacred mission. You now bear the throne within, along with the scepter and the seal. So long as you retain this inner regency, your financial realm answers decisively to your clear direction. Encourage others to step into their personal sovereignty. Pass this message to anyone ready to occupy their throne of abundance and call their wealth into form through confident command. Picture yourself entering an elegant restaurant, welcomed by a host who guides you to a table dressed in clean white linen. A friendly server offers the menu. You review the selections and state, "I'll have the grilled salmon with a side of lemon butter asparagus, please." The waiter acknowledges, notes your order, and heads to the kitchen. You do not jump up to supervise the conversation with the chef. You don't hover at the pass to monitor each stage. You certainly don't stop the server to insist, "Are you sure it's coming? I don't see it yet." Instead, you rely on the process, assured that a precise order is already being fulfilled. This captures the core of authoritative speech around money. Consider the universe as the kitchen and God as the head chef. Your role is not to micromanage the recipe. Your task is to submit a clear, exact order and maintain steady faith that preparation is underway on your behalf. As Florence Scovel Shinn observed, "A demand is a call to the invisible supply." Thus, when you declare, "I command $5,000 to arrive in my account within 7 days under grace," in perfect ways, you are submitting a precise request to infinite source. This is not pleading or tentative hoping, nor is it the timid, "if it's not too much trouble." It is the assured voice of one conscious of being the offspring of an unlimited creator. I once coached a woman, Elise, who was having difficulty paying her rent. Though familiar with affirmations, she voiced them in indistinct, uncertain language statements such as, "I hope I can get some money soon," or "maybe things will work out somehow." That's the equivalent of telling a waiter, "Just bring me whatever you feel like. Maybe food I don't know," and then feeling baffled when a side of pickled radish appears instead of the lasagna you truly wanted. I guided her to formulate exact, well-defined commands. "I command 2 for $50. to arrive in my account within 5 days under grace in perfect ways. The source is unlimited. I trust the process. We spoke the command repeatedly, each repetition deepening her tone of authority. On day 4, Elise phoned excited and short of breath. An overdue payment from a months-old freelance project had arrived, and a friend unexpectedly repaid a long-forgotten loan. The combined amount, $2,460. Her breakthrough hinged on 2 elements in tandem: crisp specificity coupled with unwavering certainty. Let's analyze the components clearly. Specific amount: avoid some money if you truly intend $5,000. The universe may be boundless in intelligence, yet your signal must be exact and finely tuned, like a radio dial locking onto a precise frequency. Clear time frame, not to express restlessness, but to guide and focus the pathway through which manifestation arrives. Under grace in perfect ways, this clause safeguards that supply arrives ethically without harm and with blessings and right alignment for everyone affected. A note on tone. Commanding language is not harsh or combative. It is steady and sovereign. Monarchs do not beg for gates to open. They speak, and the gates yield. You are not bossing the universe with conceit. You are standing squarely in an inherent birthright. These commands can be woven lightly into daily life. Queuing for coffee. Quietly affirm, I command $100 to appear in my life today in delightful, surprising ways. Then stay observant as the current starts moving. In reality, many have been issuing financial commands for years, merely oriented negatively. Each time you say, I'm broke or I can't afford, that you set a directive, and the universe dutifully furnishes matching circumstances. Hence, the need to speak with accuracy and purposeful intention. You serve as the architect of your monetary world. Your language functions as the plans, your belief lays the foundation, and your faith operates like the builders who translate the design into tangible form. Here is the initial practice. Compose your first money command, immediately placing it in the comments. Ensure it is explicit, definite, and empowered. Speak it aloud repeatedly until your voice carries the resonance of certainty. Picture a broad, gleaming river moving easily toward the sea. The water teems with life fish glide, unhindered birds swoop to feed, and the current transports nutrients downstream. This is the natural design for money in your life, steady, plentiful, and without hindrance. Now envision a fallen tree upstream, partially obstructing the channel. Initially, only some branches interrupt the flow, but gradually leaves, logs, and debris accumulate, becoming a solid dam. Water continues to come, yet only slowly seeping through narrow gaps. The once lush banks begin to parch and fade. Money blocks operate in the same way dams within your stream of provision. Outdated debts, overdue payments, forfeited opportunities, fear, doubt, and resentment. Each functions like a log thrown into the current, reducing the easy, abundant movement of wealth in your direction. The encouraging part, as a strong current can clear clutter in an instant, your authoritative words can dissolve financial barriers immediately, often more swiftly than any purely physical strategy might manage. I remember a client, Victor, burdened by a $15,000 debt that had lingered for years. He explained that he had attempted everything: tight budgets, extra gigs, even selling belongings, yet the harder he strained, the more surprise expenses appeared, as though his progress was being quietly undermined. I explained, "You're addressing symptoms rather than the root. The debt is not the core issue, the underlying block is." Together, we composed the following directive: I command every debt and financial burden to dissolve now under grace in perfect ways. I command every channel of delay to be cleared and every door of supply to swing wide open. He recited the statement every day, occasionally declaring it loudly in his car, where he had privacy. Within 2 weeks, his biggest creditor proposed a settlement for under half the amount owed. Another lender erased the leftover balance on an older account due to a policy shift. In a span of 28 days, the entire $15,000 debt had vanished. What changed? The resonance of his language moved his awareness from battling debt to asserting freedom. The energy once sustaining the blockage was rerouted into dissolving it completely. You can apply this approach to any type of money-related obstruction, late payments from clients or employers, missed opportunities you want to re-express in fresh equivalent forms, lingering emotional charge from earlier financial missteps. Here is a directive aimed at overdue payments. I command all owed money to be released to me now under grace in perfect ways. Every channel of delay is cleared, and every payment arrives on time or sooner. For opportunities that slipped by, I command the full value of every missed opportunity to return to me, multiplied under grace in perfect ways. What is mine cannot be withheld. And for clearing emotional after effects, I command every thought and memory of financial failure to be erased and replaced with the truth of my abundance under grace in perfect ways. Regard your declarations as a spiritual bulldozer pushing aside the rubble in your stream. Once voiced with authority, the waters surge anew, bringing with them new opportunities, provisions, and answers. One of my favorite client moments is witnessing the bodily shift that follows a firm command to dissolve a blocked shoulders. Loosen breathing grows fuller, and the voice gains strength. That physical ease signals the spiritual current has resumed its flow. If you're holding a financial obstruction at this moment, address it forthrightly. Do not skirt it. Do not plead with it. Face it in your spirit and declare, you are dissolved now. You have no power over me. The river flows freely once more. Consider this carefully. Often, the obstacle is not the obstacle itself. It is the conviction that the obstacle wields power. By issuing a command, you take back that power and reestablish authority. Now inhale deeply. Recall one financial block you've been holding and compose your personal dissolution decree. Share the specific block you are commanding to disappear today, not later, not someday, but today in the comments. When you sow a single apple seed, it never yields merely one apple. It grows into a tree that bears hundreds of apples every season, and within each apple are many seeds, each with the potential to become another tree. This is multiplication as nature's built-in law and living blueprint. Money also adheres to this principle when directed by the proper command. Lacking such direction, funds may arrive and then sit inert like a seed shut in a drawer never planted. With clear command, however, money turns into a dynamic, circulating power that not only replaces itself, but expands beyond your initial intention. The identical divine intelligence that compels a seed to proliferate also presides over your financial world. By instructing money to multiply and to circulate, you consciously switch on that law, transforming your finances from a lone tree into a thriving orchard. I once supported a young entrepreneur, Kara, who managed a small online store. Her sales were consistent yet modest, and she continually felt she was just breaking even. When I inquired about her affirmations, she replied, "I keep saying, money comes to me easily and frequently." "That's helpful," I explained, "but you haven't included the instruction for growth. You're requesting water without directing its course, no channel for where it should flow and multiply. Together, we compose the following directive. I command every dollar that enters my life to multiply tenfold and circulate back to me endlessly under grace in perfect ways. She began declaring it each day. In under a month, her average order value doubled, repeat purchasers returned more often, and a wholesale client arrived with a bulk purchase that generated the equivalent of 4 months' revenue in a single week. The essential insight is this: circulation carries equal importance to multiplication. If you clutch money from fear, you block its growth. Picture a pond with no inflow or outflow, stagnant, clouded with algae. Now contrast a moving stream, clear, bright, perpetually renewed. Money, like water, thrives through motion. Florence Scovel Shinn frequently described the paradox of giving. When you release money with joy, you welcome even more to return. This is not careless expenditure. It is deliberate, faith-based circulation that expands channels. Use this integrated command for both multiplication and circulation. I command money to multiply in my hands and circulate freely, blessing me and everyone it touches under grace in perfect ways. Observe that the statement carries 3 distinct movements. Multiply in my hands, growth begins immediately upon arrival to you. Circulate freely, it travels outward, blessing others and opening fresh avenues for its return. Blessing all it touches guarantees expansion that is ethical, joyful, and mutually beneficial. Another client, James, adopted this directive and soon received unexpected thank you payments from individuals he had assisted years earlier. Within a single week, 3 different acquaintances sent him funds spontaneously, each remarking, "I just felt moved to do this." Keep this in mind. Multiplication commands unlock doors that were previously unseen. The point is not to strain your current channels, but to allow new pathways to materialize with ease. As you start issuing commands for multiplication and circulation, pay attention to signals such as unprompted refunds that arrive without you asking, discounts or sudden price reductions occurring just as you intend to buy, fresh earning avenues that are inventive and previously unconsidered, apparently random cash gifts or deposits arriving unexpectedly. I refer to these as seedlings, early subtle indicators that your orchard is taking root. Do not overlook them. Celebrate them. Expressing gratitude for each sign is like watering those seeds and helping them flourish. Let's practice this collectively right now. Identify the most recent amount of money you received, even if it's only a small sum. Say this out loud: I command this money to multiply and return to me multiplied under grace in perfect ways. I send it into circulation with joy and faith. As you speak, sense the release like launching a ship that will return laden with treasures from distant shores. This is where manifestation turns exhilarating. You are not merely hoping for more. You are directing money to venture out, multiply, and return. It becomes a lively, ongoing cycle of increase that you consciously steward. So here's your invitation. Post the word multiply to fix your intention and affirm your readiness to witness your financial orchard expand and thrive. Envision a harbor at first light. As the tide comes in, every vessel, tiny skiffs, and opulent yachts alike rises together. No single boat strains to elevate the rest. The water accomplishes it uniformly. That is the heart of win-win abundance. Your prosperity increases in ways that by their very nature uplift everyone within your sphere. A subtle but potent transformation occurs when your money commands include more than personal needs, when they explicitly serve the well-being of all who are linked to you. Florence Scovel Shinn described this as the game of life and how to play it, and in that game, the master moves are those that generate shared victory and collective flourishing. Many people harbor quiet guilt around prosperity, imagining that greater wealth for one necessarily diminishes another, as though money were a fixed pie. In reality, money behaves like the tide continually renewed, capable of lifting all boats together. When you direct wealth to arrive in forms that elevate others, you generate compounding returns, not only financial gains, but also expanded joy, deeper trust and goodwill that cycles back to you. I once coached Lila, a skilled event planner who excelled at issuing money commands for her personal success, yet hadn't considered naming her team within those declarations. After we revised her statements to embrace her entire crew, the shift manifested right away.
This is the command we formulated together. I command abundant contracts that bless me, my team, and our clients under grace in perfect ways. Every project brings prosperity to all involved. In less than a month, her calendar of bookings doubled. Beyond that, her team members started drawing in opportunities for themselves. Vendors volunteered, improved terms unprompted, and clients eagerly recommended her to their networks. The field of prosperity broadened around her, drawing increasing abundance into her world. Why is the effect so strong? Win-win framing dissolves hidden resistance. If you unconsciously suspect that your rise disadvantages others, a protective part of you will slow or sabotage success. When your command explicitly includes mutual benefit, that inner guard stands down and the unfolding of results quickens. Here is a straightforward shared benefit directive you can adopt immediately. I command wealth to come to me in ways that bless every person, place, and thing connected to me under grace in perfect ways. This might look like your work serving clients so profoundly that they gladly increase your pay. It might mean your company's expansion generates new employment. It could also mean that rising income enables you to invest in neighborhood enterprises and provide tangible support to people you love. A further elegant dimension is intentional generosity. By pledging that part of your increased wealth will flow toward causes you value, you elevate the energetic tone of your directives. Money thrives when it travels through open-hearted giving hands. For instance, consider the following. I command $50,000 to flow to me this month under grace in perfect ways, knowing that a portion will joyfully flow to specific cause or group. You might be astonished at how rapidly money responds once it is assigned a clear purpose and meaningful mission. Pause and picture a life in which your prosperity elevates 10 other individuals. Visualize their faces, their relief, and their joy. Sense the rising tide's energy lifting everyone together. That sensation is the energetic template you engage whenever you issue a win-win command. Let's sow this intention collectively. Tag a person you wish to see uplifted by your prosperity, and by doing so, you ground the vow that your ascent carries them upward as well. An aircraft does not require continuous manual input to remain on course. After attaining the proper altitude and heading, the pilot engages autopilot and the plane proceeds toward its destination, executing small automatic corrections en route. Your financial commands can function in the same way. Initially, you articulate them deliberately and with focus. After programming the correct coordinates into your subconscious wealth, creation can operate continuously with your thoughts, language, and energy auto-aligning to prosperity around the clock. your subconscious is always active. As the conscious mind sleeps, the deeper mind keeps processing, generating, and attracting. Provide it with clear, empowered directives, and it labors ceaselessly for you, locating opportunities, magnetizing resources, and steering you toward inspired steps. Consider the countless small, routine moments: brushing your teeth, brewing coffee, heading to your car. Each is an opening to reinforce a money command without staging a formal ritual. The more organically these commands weave into your daily cadence, the quicker they become your steady, default vibration. Upon waking, I command money to flow to me all day and all night, under grace in perfect ways. While driving, every mile I travel multiplies my wealth. When you make a payment, this money returns to me multiplied and blessed. These prosperity directives turn into your mental soundtrack, soft yet continuous, maintaining your course and momentum. Your strongest autopilot instrument is your bedtime ritual. The final 5 minutes before sleep open the doorway to your subconscious, a prime programming window when the conscious guard is relaxed and the deeper mind receptive. Lie down, close your eyes, and take 3 slow breaths. Envision viewing your bank account displaying the exact balance you desire. Absorb the ease and joy of that scene. Issue a precise directive. For example, I command $10,000 to arrive in my account within 14 days under grace in perfect ways. I receive it now. Then slip into sleep while sustaining that feeling. With time, your subconscious keeps piloting toward the financial destination, even as you dream, maintaining the trajectory you set. You can link commands to environmental prompts, micro triggers. Whenever you check your phone, quietly affirm, "I am a magnet for wealth." When a notification chimes, think, "That's more money arriving." Each time you walk through a doorway, declare inwardly, "I step into abundance." By coupling a directive with a trigger, you remove the need to remember. Your surroundings now shoulder the reminder on your behalf. Autopilot rests on trust. You are not required to oversee every detail of manifestation. Your job is to set intention, issue the command, and then conduct yourself as though the result is already underway. A client of mine, Raphael, a business owner, battled anxiety about daily sales. He checked his dashboard hourly, fearing he was off pace. That continual checking broadcast distrust in his own commands. We designed this daily statement universe. I have placed my order. You are fulfilling it now. I live in joy while it arrives. He limited sales checks to set times morning and night and devoted the remaining hours to activities that evoked abundance. In 3 weeks, his sales doubled, not from harder labor, but because he stopped interfering and let his commands operate. A highly effective autopilot strategy is establishing a continual loop. Money comes in, you instantly express thanks. This multiplies and returns to me. That gratitude draws in more, and the fresh inflow sparks further appreciation. Over time, you move beyond merely reciting affirmations into a steady cycle of receiving and giving thanks. One client conditioned herself nightly to say, "Money comes to me in delightful, surprising ways while I sleep." Within a month, she awoke to payment alerts most mornings. Another person blessed each receipt with, "This amount returns to me tenfold," and soon encountered surprise refunds, price breaks, and freelance invitations. A third linked her laughter to the thought, "This joy attracts money," and as her joy rose, opportunities and gifts arrived more frequently. Speak this out loud now. I command money to flow to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while I work, while I play, while I sleep.
Every dollar I receive multiplies and returns. The flow is constant, unstoppable, and always for the good of all, under grace in perfect ways. Repeat this until it feels effortless on your tongue, as if it were a truth you've always known. From now on, your financial life is not a switch you flip during a morning routine. It is a living current flowing through each breath you take. Solidify your commitment by typing 24/7 flow, and in that act, you step into the state where wealth is no longer pursued, but naturally inhabited and continuously experienced. Beloved, we are entering the living current of financial flow, not a passing swell, but a river that never runs dry. We will engage it using the two master keys Florence Scovel Shinn threaded through all her teachings: gratitude and command. Gratitude functions as the magnetic force. Command operates as the steering wheel. In combination, they render the flow both compelling to arrive and responsive to direction. Envision your gratitude as a vast golden field, warm and radiant, extending to the horizon. Each thankful thought becomes a luminous seed planted in that soil. The universe, ever attentive to the frequency of joy, hastens to deliver more of what you are appreciating. Now consider your command as true north, the steadfast instruction you give your wealth about where to assemble, how to circulate, and when to arrive. Without command, your magnetic field may attract much, yet let it drift. With command, the flow gains direction, intention, and velocity. Joined together, gratitude and command do more than request abundance, they call it forth, rooted in place, and amplify it. Rest your hand over your heart and close your eyes. Inhale the knowing, I am already surrounded by wealth. Exhale the affirmation, I give thanks for my overflowing supply. Allow these words to pour softly from your lips. I am grateful for the money that has found its way to me this week. I am grateful for the money that is on its way right now. I am grateful for the ease with which money flows to me. Sense the warmth of each phrase radiating from your chest, as if your whole being becomes a lantern of golden light. Your very cells are attentive. The atmosphere is attentive. Supply itself is attentive. Next, align your posture, lengthen your spine, raise your chin, and sense strength concentrating in your voice. Proclaim with assurance, money. I command you to gather around me in perfect and divine abundance. Opportunities, I command you to open and deliver wealth into my hands now. Every channel seen and unseen, I command you to flow freely and richly toward me. Notice the contrast. Gratitude is the steady hum of the heart, while command is the clarion bell. In concert, they issue an irresistible summons. Consider Elena, a single mother who kept a money gratitude journal. Each evening, she recorded 3 things she appreciated, ranging from a coin discovered on the sidewalk to an unexpected bonus. One night after writing, I am grateful for the perfect new apartment that is coming to me, she paused as a deep certainty arose. She then added in bold capitals, I command this apartment into my life now. 3 days later, in casual conversation, a friend mentioned a just-listed apartment below market rent in her ideal area with every feature she had imagined. She toured it, applied, and was approved within 48 hours. Later, she reflected, it was as if my words reached out, grabbed that apartment, and pulled it to me. This is the gratitude command loop in action. Gratitude cultivates the field. Command delivers the precise outcome. Let's complete a full sequence together. First, whisper with genuine feeling. I am grateful for money that arrives unexpectedly. I am grateful for the constant increase of my income. I am grateful for the joy of spending freely and wisely. I am grateful for my bank account that grows every day. I am grateful for the people and situations that deliver wealth to me. Then allow the commanding tone to rise money. I command you to come in increasing amounts in perfect timing through perfect channels. I command my wealth to be visible, spendable, and always replenished. I command my prosperity to expand in every direction now. I command my investments to multiply and my resources to overflow. This is not mere wishing, it is the law in motion. As Florence stated, a man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. Gratitude provides the vision. Command executes the claim. For the next 21 days, recite 5 lines of gratitude and 5 lines of command daily.
Speak them aloud, record them in writing, and embody them until they become the cadence of your wealth. The magnetic field is widening already. Even now, the current is strengthening and the flow is reorienting to meet you. Write 1 money-related gratitude for today and pair it with a directive for increase. The universe is attentive and receiving your signal. From now on, you are no longer a person who merely hopes for prosperity. You are a commander of wealth, a person whose spoken words provide the architectural plans from which reality builds. To abide in uninterrupted financial flow, you must root this identity so profoundly that it feels as instinctive as breath itself. This is not a matter of sporadic bravado. It is about inhabiting an unwavering stance of authority all day, every day, until it becomes your permanent way of being. Each morning, before addressing anyone else, address your own reflection. Stand at the mirror, hold your gaze, and keep your eyes steady. Command is first visible there. Lengthen your spine, root your feet to the floor, and visualize that golden field of gratitude and command encircling you as a luminous halo. Then, with a calm yet unswerving tone, declare, I am the commander of my wealth. I direct my money with wisdom and power. I am worthy of the richest flow of abundance. Allow every phrase to strike the mirror like a pebble into still water, sending widening ripples through the image of who you are becoming. Do not discount the influence of your vocal tone. When a command is murmured with uncertainty, the current falters. When it is voiced with measured certainty, the current complies at once. Florence Scovel Shinn explained that the spoken word activates the law, yet the emotional charge behind the word propels it on its course. Therefore, speak as someone whose directives are already honored and carried out. Physical bearing forms a crucial element of your instruction. The universe answers not only to your words, but to your carriage. A collapsed posture broadcasts, I am small, I am waiting, I am uncertain. By contrast, a raised chin, open chest, and grounded stance proclaims, I am prepared, I am worthy, I am present. Envision each footfall transmitting a quiet signal into the ground. Wealth walks with me. You might assume it goes unseen, but others perceive it, opportunities attune to it, and the financial current responds to it unmistakably. Maintain tiny anchors for the commander mindset all day. Whenever you open your wallet, refuse the image of loss and affirm within money flows out and returns multiplied. When reviewing your account, state, this number is growing even now. When settling a bill, affirm I release this money with joy, knowing it comes back to me multiplied from unexpected channels.
These seemingly small moments are far from trivial. They function as micro commands that sustain momentum and keep the river of supply in motion. Consider Daniel, a freelance designer whose income cycled through strong and slow periods. He observed that during lean stretches, his posture collapsed. He hunched over his desk, his voice diminished, and he avoided meeting his own eyes in the mirror. After learning about posture-based shifts, he ran an experiment for 1 full week regardless of mood. He stood upright, held his gaze, and declared each morning, "I am the commander of my wealth. Clients are looking for me now. Money moves toward me daily." By week's end, 3 dormant clients, silent for months, emailed him with new projects. He reflected, "It was like I put a crown back on my head and the kingdom started answering again." The money commander orientation is not a temporary setting used only when you need money. It is your baseline state, an unwavering manner of being that you occupy continuously. Even when circumstances look still on the surface, your posture, voice, and language assert that progress is already occurring. You do not beg, you do not entertain doubt, and you do not anxiously watch the time. You issue the directive and stand in the knowing that it is already being executed. Beginning now, move through the world with calm, magnetic authority. Let your speech carry the heft of words that matter in the unseen. Train your thoughts as though the answer has already arrived. You are not pursuing wealth. Wealth is tracking you, closing the distance, and enveloping your life. Each gesture, each stride, and each steady look into your own eyes reaffirms that you preside over your financial flow. Speak this with me now, clear and complete. I walk in wealth. I command my abundance. I live in the flow. As you say, these lines understand they are not casual affirmations. They function as standing directives issued to the universe on your behalf. If you choose to live as a money commander from this point forward, comment 1. If you do not, comment 2. This simple act signals your stance and anchors your decision in practice. At times, intellect seeks more than principles. It seeks evidence, concrete footsteps from those who have gone ahead. The money commander stance is no abstraction. It is an active, reliable law. When engaged, it yields results that may appear magical, yet they are merely the orderly outworking of a faith-filled command. Consider the experiences of several commanders who assume their authority and witness the financial current reconfigure itself on their behalf. Take Marisol, a school teacher who felt hemmed in by her salary. She had learned of the law of command, but assumed it belonged to entrepreneurs and investors. One evening, after bill paying left her balance looking small, a familiar despair arose, yet she intercepted it. Rising from her desk, she walked to the kitchen and declared aloud, "I command unexpected income to find me within 48 hours. I am ready to receive." She spoke with a new steadiness, as if the certainty lived in her bones. The very next day, a former tutoring client emailed prepaying for 10 sessions at her highest rate to date. The funds landed immediately, covering the month in a single deposit. In her words, it was like the money had been waiting just outside my door until I told it to come in. Consider Jamal, a young founder keeping his startup afloat by a thread. His presentations repeatedly met delays or courteous declines. After reading Florence Scovel Shinn's insight, a man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. He recognized he had been speaking like a supplicant rather than a commander. He shifted his ritual before each pitch. He stood tall, breathed fully, and affirmed, "The right investors are seeking me now. My vision is magnetic. My funding is complete." Within a month, He encountered an investor at an informal mixer who financed the entire round without a single counteroffer. As Jamal later said, "I didn't even have to chase it. I just stood in my authority and it found me." One of the most striking accounts concerns Anita, a widowed grandmother raising 2 grandchildren. Facing foreclosure, she felt uncertain how to keep her home. Although new to affirmations, she embraced the gratitude command loop, reasoning she had nothing to lose. Each morning, she said, "I am grateful for my home being fully paid for. I command divine supply to cover my mortgage in full." Tears often filled her eyes, yet her tone never wavered. 6 weeks later, a letter arrived from a longtime friend of her late husband enclosing a cashier's check for the entire amount and a note. "This is long overdue. Consider it handled." Anita reflected. It felt like my words went out into the air and whispered to the right person. Consider Leandro a musician with clear talent who struggled to sell his art and felt ruled by luck. After learning about the Money Commander stance, he tried an experiment. Nightly before sleep, he pictured thousands streaming his music and whispered, "I command my music to find its perfect audience now." He spoke it as an inevitability, not a wish. 2 weeks later, a viral social media clip featured one of his tracks. Within days, his streams multiplied tenfold, and a label contacted him. He observed, "I used to feel invisible. Now I know my words are my spotlight." Not all commander narratives start from crisis. Some launch from a clear vision. Serena, a thriving consultant, sought international expansion, yet lacked overseas contacts. Each morning, she declared, "I command the perfect international opportunities to present themselves with ease and grace." Within a month, a LinkedIn message from an overseas owner invited collaboration. That one alliance opened access to 3 additional countries over the year. As Serena put it, "I didn't chase. I commanded, and the doors swung open." These accounts are not flukes. They demonstrate a law that functions for anyone who embraces it wholeheartedly. The sequence repeats consistently, a precise, faith-filled verbal command, frequently supported by gratitude, then a shift in stance physically and mentally into the assurance that the outcome is accomplished. The manifestations may arrive within hours, days, or weeks, yet they arrive. Therefore, what will your account become? The instant you speak as a commander, the flow starts to reconfigure on your behalf. Even now, possibilities are circling like aircraft awaiting clearance to land. Your command is the beacon that signals "come in now." The delays you sensed did not mean the current was missing. They meant the control tower had not yet issued the order. Close your eyes briefly and call to mind a single financial outcome you truly want. Visualize it in specificity, the exact amount, the concrete form it appears in, and the felt experience of it inhabiting your life. Now declare it out loud with the assurance of one who has always heard. "I command this to come into my life now in perfect ways from perfect channels." Repeat it once more, this time with a tone that permits no alternative. Sense the statement taking root in the atmosphere around you. And know, not merely think or wish, but know that the field has already tilted in your favor, and something has begun to move in response. Offer your story. In turn, your testimony may catalyze confidence and action in someone who needs precisely your example. After you have stabilized daily commands for necessities and steady flow, you are prepared for the higher discipline, issuing money commands for the defining movements of your life. These are not minor eddies. They are sweeping tides, a home held free and clear, investments compounding unobtrusively.
liberation from labor that depletes your spirit, resources sufficient to decide moment by moment from sovereignty rather than fear. Begin by enlarging your vision. Many issue commands only to bridge a bill or survive the month. Yet the law is indifferent to magnitude and responsive to precision and authority. Whether you command a river or an ocean, the mechanism is identical. Therefore, step mentally into a tableau of your highest life. Feel new house keys pressed into your palm, the deed listing your name alone. Watch your investment totals rise month after month without strain. Observe yourself on a Monday morning working only if you elect to. Make the imagery sensory rich, scent, texture, and sound. The more tangibly real it becomes now, the more exact the universe's fulfillment will be. Treat this as a mission briefing for your money. You are the commander at the console, charting the exact landing zones for wealth. You avoid vagueness. You do not murmur, "I hope it works." Instead, you specify, "This is the mission. This is the target. This is the deadline." A commander would never tell a squadron, "Fly somewhere, maybe." You would assign coordinates and timing, and the operation would proceed to completion. Thomas applied this protocol in his home search. Rather than drift through endless listings and overwhelm, he composed a precise directive. One evening, I own a 3-bedroom home with a garden within 15 minutes of my work for less than $500,000 by the end of summer. He recited it morning and night as if briefing a trusted unit. 3 months later, a property matching every criterion appeared, and a motivated seller accepted a lower bid. As Thomas put it, it felt less like luck and more like my words had gone out ahead of me and prepared the way. The approach translates to investing as well. May a beginner with no prior experience started by stating, "I command my savings to grow through perfect investments with returns that exceed my expectations without stress or loss." She voiced it calmly without pressing for timing or mechanism. Within weeks, a trusted friend surfaced with a low-risk option that produced steady monthly gains. May reflected, "I realized that my command didn't just move the numbers, it moved the people who had the knowledge to guide me." The same structure serves those seeking vocational freedom, where the emotional charge can be even stronger. Here, the command extends beyond money to the life pattern money enables. Javier, eager to exit corporate work but wary of instability, stood in his living room and declared, "I command the creation of a steady, abundant income source that frees me from my job within 1 year." He repeated it each morning, picturing his last walk out of the office. After 8 months, his side venture surpassed his salary and he resigned. He summarized it this way: "It was as if the command had pulled the new life toward me faster than I believed possible." Across these advanced applications, the essential practice is fusing vision with authority. Many visualize but never command, so the image drifts unanchored. Others command without vision, so orders lack a defined target. As money commander, you must integrate both roles. You are simultaneously the architect and the general. You draft the blueprint and issue the build order. Let's practice immediately. If possible, stand. Close your eyes and place yourself in imagination at the center of your future life. Survey everything: the home, the freedom, the portfolio, the calm security. Then declare aloud, "I command this life into full manifestation now. I command the perfect channels to deliver it. I command all resistance to dissolve and all support to assemble. I command it to arrive in ways better than I can imagine." Sense the words leaving your lips like a wave of light.
They do not wander or diffuse, they travel straight to their designated objective. The mission is issued. The law has begun to operate. Your remaining responsibility is to maintain the commander's posture, steadfast, doubtless, and consistently expectant.
Declare your next major money command below so it is named, anchored, and set in motion. This is the point of sealing. All the gratitude you have voiced, every command you have given, and each vision you have sustained, everything converges at this exact moment. What follows is not merely an ending, it is the beginning of your next chapter. We will affirm it with a culminating declaration so steady and deeply anchored that it stands as the unwavering law governing your life from here forward. Florence Scovel Shinn taught, "You must act as though you had already received." Today, we go beyond mere action. We speak as those who have already received, who inhabit the evidence, who stand in complete dominion over the financial current. Dominion here is not control over other people. It is rightful stewardship of your reality, the deliberate shaping of your flow. It is the inner certainty that your spoken word constitutes governing law within your world. Rise with me now.
Wherever you find yourself, at home, at work, or seated in your car, lengthen your spine. Root your feet solid and sure, as if you are staking a claim on the ground beneath you. Draw your shoulders back and raise your chin. This is the stance of dominion. You are not requesting entry or pleading for access. You are positioned at the threshold of your own treasury, and it swings open in response to your command. We will voice this decree in ascending layers, each statement stacking upon the last, each pass sinking deeper, growing steadier and more assured. In the first round, we say it gently as if confiding truth to our own hearts. In the second, we speak with firmness as when issuing clear orders into the atmosphere. In the third, we proclaim it with full power, as though broadcasting to the whole universe itself. Take a slow breath. Rest your hand over your heart. Now commence. I live in continuous money flow. I am the commander of my wealth. My words create, my commands are obeyed. My supply is endless. All channels are open, all sources are pouring, all doors are unlocked. Money moves to me easily, abundantly, and always on time. I live free, I live prosperous, I live in dominion. Now repeat the sequence, this time with heightened certainty, resonating in your voice. I live in continuous money flow. I am the commander of my wealth. My words create, my commands are obeyed. My supply is endless. All channels are open, all sources are pouring, all doors are unlocked. Money moves to me easily, abundantly, and always on time. I live free, I live prosperous, I live in dominion. And once more, let your voice ring like law itself being uttered. I live in continuous money flow. I am the commander of my wealth. My words create, my commands are obeyed. My supply is endless. All channels are open, all sources are pouring, all doors are unlocked. Money moves to me easily, abundantly, and always on time. I live free, I live prosperous, I live in dominion. Pause here. Notice the quiet that follows the spoken words. That silence is the seal. The command has been dispatched. It does not return empty. You have inscribed it into the weave of your reality. From now on, whenever you speak or even think about money, you will do so as a commander. The era of hoping, wishing, and waiting has ended. You stand in the stream. You live in the stream. You yourself are the stream. We close with a united proclamation. Wherever you may be, say it as if a great chorus surrounds you, because in truth, you are accompanied. Thousands, perhaps millions, are speaking alongside you in their own places and moments, and all these voices converge in the invisible. Declare it with that awareness. It is done. It is sealed. It is manifest. I live in continuous money flow. I have dominion over my wealth. I command, and it appears. I am in my era of abundance, and nothing can remove me from it. So it is, so it will be, so it is now. You have declared it and claimed it. The universe has registered your decree, and the law is already in motion. What remains is straightforward love, as if this moment continues unbroken, because in essence, it does.